Hi everyone, Imran Khan here, also known as Khan Might Say. If this is your first time here and you want to learn guitar, why not subscribe? Yeah, subscribe to this channel, check out my playlist, there's loads of covers, you've got my original material there as well, and lots of guitar tutorials. And it's a really fun way to learn guitar, so yeah.
Khan might say, Khan might say, Khan might say, Khan.
So I've had a lot of requests for how to play the bass to listen up, and I think is a really underrated song. I think in general, I think a lot of non-Oasis fans probably never heard it, but even amongst Oasis fans, it's underrated in my opinion. And one of the things I think about it that you can't, I guess it's because the bass isn't very high up in the mix, but if you listen to it on a good sound system you can really feel it and you can hear it. But yeah, it's the bass line, and yeah, it's just so melodic, it's beautiful. So I'm going to teach you it now. So the song is in F sharp minor. Now as a guitarist I think of songs in terms of what the chords are. So that's why it's easy for guitarists to move over to the bass, because you already know like what the root note is whenever there's a chord change, because you already know the chords. So if you know the chords to the song, it really helps a lot with playing bass to it. The reason for that is because also, as well as knowing the root notes, you know when you can put notes in between those. So to go like from F sharp to A, like it does in this song, you know that in between you can go to G sharp. And that's basically how I picked up the bass guitar, is after I learned rhythm guitar and lead guitar as well, but mainly rhythm guitar. And then transferring to the bass was easy. So this song is in F sharp minor. And first of all, you should learn the scale of the notes in the third position. So it will start on F sharp. This is the F sharp minor scale. G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D, E, and then back to F sharp again. So going back down, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, A. You can play open or you can play on the 5th fret, G sharp, F sharp. So I'll just play that a bit quicker for you. So once you've learned that scale, so the chords for the verse are F sharp, A, E, D, A. Do it again. F sharp, A, E, D, A. And in this bass line, basically there are notes in between those chord changes that make it melodic. And with your right hand, I'm not gonna like tell you too much about what to do with your right hand. The right hand is just about feeling the rhythm. So having like a metronome in your head that you can hear that's keeping the beat, if you're like practicing by yourself. But otherwise, you should be listening to the drummer to keep him beat. And your right hand should just be feeling the song. Like it shouldn't be too rigid with it, and that's why I'm not going to go into like too much into like play F sharp twice and then G sharp once and that kind of thing. Like feel it and then just go with how, and that enables you to develop your own style. As long as the left hand is moving the notes for the chord changes correctly, then that's more important, really, in my opinion, as to what you're doing with the right hand. So, the verse starts. Yeah, so that line, F sharp, so twice, so, and then to G sharp, and then the A is twice, but G sharp once, and then back to G sharp, and then E. Now you can also notice that with my right hand I am muting the second time that I pluck the A, and that's kind of a stylistic thing. That's Paul McCartney kind of style. That's what it brings to this bass line if you do that, because it gives it more of a sort of bouncy feel. But you can like not mute it and play it like this, which probably is how it's played on the record, but it's up to you. It's just stylistic thing. Then the next bit, you start on B. I know B isn't one of the chords, but the B and C sharp, the next bit, are used to go into the D. So it goes, and then you play the E again, just quickly, just before you go to the B. So. That's that bit. So one thing to note is that correct technique means that you are playing the second fret here with your index finger, the fourth fret with your middle finger, and with your ring finger you're playing the fifth fret. But I don't always stick perfectly to technique, because sometimes I'm feeling the song, and I might go like, and use my ring finger for the C sharp, and I won't always do that, to be honest, but good technique says that you should, so it's up to you. Anyway, so the next bit, so I'll just play that whole bit again from the beginning. So this bit again is this, from the D to the C sharp to the B, is similar to the. So let's go for the top. And then it ends on the A. Right, and then the next bit is when it stays on the A chord. So A to B, A, B, A, B. Now you can do the slide from the B to C sharp, or you could just not do it. So, and those two notes are C sharp and E. Notice I'm not telling you the fret numbers because it's better to learn the notes. You can see the fret numbers for yourself. 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, same pattern, 2, 4. But you should be learning the notes and what the notes are. So when it stays on the A, it goes A, B, A, C sharp, E, C sharp, A, B, A, and then when it goes back to the F sharp, finishing the bass line for the verse, you quickly play an E. So you play the A twice. So I'll just do that again really slowly, the whole thing. Yeah, do it again. So play along, use your ear to copy what I'm doing. That's how I learnt. I didn't learn from reading tabs. I just learned from, like, I read some chord books just to learn the general chords. Then I just started putting my fingers anywhere and listening to it and how it sounded. And yeah, I don't really think how many times am I plucking each note, really. I just listen to something and copy it. So yeah, I encourage you to do that. So yeah, just practice that, play along to that. Then the next bit, the bridge before the chorus. One fine day. The chords for that are F sharp, and then the bass note is F. I can't remember what the actual chord is. And then E, and then B. And then it stays on B. So it goes B major, and then it goes to B minor. But so the bass note, because B major, B minor have the same bass note, it stays on B. But you sort of play with A. So and then it goes to D. E at the end. So the chords for that bit, the bass notes for that bit: F sharp, F, E, B, the 2 bars, I think, and then D, and then E. And again, you'll see there's notes in between the chord, some of the chord changes, not for the first 3 chords, but for the others, there's notes in between of those general chords. So, yeah, so this is it played quite slowly. I've gone to that high E, but actually it goes but we'll get to that bit. So yeah, so F sharp. So the rhythm is kind of dun, 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 dun. So I'll sing along. That end bit with the E is E and G, and then D, E, so I'm playing this D open, so and that's that bit, so I'll play it again. again, using the B, C sharp, D sort of scale for that bit. And then the chorus, the chords to the chorus are D, A, B, and then D, A, F sharp, then D, A, D, A, B, D, A. That's the chords to the chorus. So first three chords are D, A, and B, but the bass line plays D, C sharp when the chord of the song is on A, because C sharp is in A, it's in the chord A, so it works, and B, and the bass for that bit is, you play D twice, and then play A open, and then C sharp. So, and then B. So you're playing the A open after the D and the C sharp. So. Sailing down the river alone. And then you can go back to the C sharp there. Trying to find my way back home. Then it goes to F sharp. Yeah. Just trying to find my way back home. Then you can move between the F sharp and the E. And then the chords go D and A, so it goes D, D, A, C sharp, A, D, D, A, C sharp, A, B. I don't mind being on my own. And then it goes back to that verse pattern where A and B and C sharp and E, so. And you can slide the B to the C sharp to give a bit of, you know, finesse, I guess you can call it. And I don't mind being on my own. No, I don't mind being on my own. And that is pretty much the whole song. You would have seen in my bass cover I go further up the fretboard, and that's just basically just playing the notes an octave higher. So F sharp, G sharp, A in the verse, E, D, C sharp, A. So, and that up further up the fretboard is just. And that'll take a bit more time if you're not used to knowing what the notes are further up the fretboard. But you can use your ear just to hear, you know, octave higher, isn't it? F sharp. And that note, 4th fret on the G equals 9th fret on the A. And really, there's other sort of notes I put in there in my bass cover, but again, that's just through knowledge of what the notes are in the scale and just knowing when the chords are changing and therefore when you can put notes in between the chord changes. And you can just mess around with it. I was just improvising with some of the scales and stuff. And also the A in the video, in the song, Listen Up, where just before the guitar solo, stays on the A, and you can sort of just go. And yeah, so I just encourage you. That's the general bass line. I just encourage you mess around with it and see what you can do. There is one bit at the end with the chorus. So in the final chorus where it and the outro where the vocal is, the lyrics are, and I don't mind being on my own. That bit is I'm being on my own. So there's that variation on the record. I only think I play it once in my bass cover, but for the actual record, there's that sort of bit where it stays on the A. So that is A, then sliding from B to C sharp and to the E, and then B, C sharp. It's very Beatles actually, that bit. Yeah, very Paul McCartney. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. It's an amazingly simple bass line, but just so good. It's so good. I love it. So thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, check out my originals playlist. There's songs that I've written in there, and yeah, no, check them out. I've got loads of covers if you want to learn chords to 90s songs mainly, some 2000s, some older than that, 60s, 70s, 80s. And yeah, see you next time.
Con might say